Sports fans in Kern County certainly want a 2020 high school football season, and if they get one, it may look different than it has in years past because of COVID-19. 23 ABC sports reporter Matt Lively spoke with Highland High's head coach about playing with a revised season format that could include no fans and less games.
There's one hypothetical I want to throw at you because it's something I've heard from a couple different coaches, and it would be you start the season in league play. So you would skip your non-league games, and there might not even be state playoffs. Is that something where you're excited just because there's a guarantee you're going to get back on the field, or you would really miss those non-league games that are important for your guys to get in?
I think it's kind of there's pros and cons to that whole situation. I have heard that too. I think the con would be obviously you're missing games. You have a really shorter season, so 5 or 6 weeks, and then also just not being able to play those preseason games to kind of your warm-ups and maybe try new things to fill things out so you really get towards things rolling within the season. On the flip side, I think it could be a positive because if we are allowed to start working out on July 27th, which is supposed to be the day of fall camp, then we do have 5 extra weeks for our guys to get ready. So now, like I mentioned earlier, it's going to give us that time to really condition our teams to be ready for the grind of even if it is 4 or 5 weeks and that's all we have. So I think ultimately right now we just have to be happy that there's a season being talked about. It seemed like 3 weeks ago that there was a very big scare that it was going to be canceled.
We've seen NASCAR come back, NHL and NBA, they're discussing coming back, and the common trend is there would be no fans in the stands. That would seem to be an inevitable part of football coming back here in Kern County, is that there would be really limited fans or no fans. How does that affect the atmosphere on a Friday night?
What makes it interesting is just the dynamic of the games, that there's no momentum from the fans, no noise, and now all of a sudden you really have to focus in and dial in a little more compared to going in just being hyped because you're going to have energy on your side. So I think it can make some matchups very interesting. So whether we like it or not, as I've told a lot of people, is if we're able to play a season, we just have to be happy with that. And we got to just accept whatever they tell us to do and just be grateful that we have this opportunity to play this amazing game.
If you get the word that, hey, football's coming back, notify your players, this is when you're starting, how excited are you to just share that with your guys?
Oh, man, we would just be ecstatic. I think, one, being able to be around our team, that's one thing that I'm sure I'm not the only coach says it is. I mean, you realize how much of an impact these young men have in our lives. As much as a lot of us say we were out there to make better young men, to have an impact on others, I mean, they truly impact us, and they're like family to us. So just to be able to be back around them would be great. Hopefully get us back in routine.
And that was 23 ABC sports reporter Matt Lively. There's been no word from that CIF on any official ruling as to whether or not the season will go on as planned, but an update on the status of fall sports is expected on June 9th as to how the schools will start their seasons. Now, of course, we'll keep you updated on that.